Today we're talking about preparing a house for sale when it's vacant. And I'm going to share some tips for selling your home as well as the 5 biggest mistakes that sellers make. Let's get moving. Hi folks, I'm Amy Hayslett and I'm a realtor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And I want to welcome you back to my channel. If you have a chance, subscribe to my channel and ring that bell because I talk about all things Phoenix real estate and fun things to do in the Phoenix area, and I don't want you to miss anything. So the number one mistake that sellers tend to make when moving out of a home is not getting it cleaned thoroughly. What sellers underestimate is the amount of time it's going to take to do the move and how tired they're going to be. So I highly recommend when you're moving out of a home that you consider having a professional clean the home. Also consider having the carpets professionally cleaned and having the windows professionally cleaned. It's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of effort and stress, and it's going to make your house look the best it can. The second big mistake that sellers make is not doing repairs. So if you're going to have an empty vacant house, every little detail is going to show. Any little crack in a wall, any little chip or scratch is going to really show up. So after you've taken all those pictures off the wall, fill in those holes, touch up the paint, go around and check your lights to make sure they're all working and that light bulbs have been replaced, that the ceiling fans and appliances are working properly, and that the plumbing fixtures are working properly. Because these are things that buyers are going to be looking at as they're checking out your home. Number 3 mistake that sellers make is turning off the utilities. So it might be tempting to turn off the utilities or raise that temperature in the home in the summer up to 90 degrees to save a few dollars, but you don't want to do that for a variety of reasons. Number 1, with the buyers, you want them to be comfortable in the home as they're going through the home. Also, here in Arizona, it's a requirement that all the utilities stay on until close of escrow. And the buyers are going to be checking all these things out during the buyer inspection. So even if you're thinking, I'll just turn off the gas, you need to keep that on because they're going to be testing that out at least during the inspection. So keep all those utilities on. A 4th big mistake that sellers make is not setting up routine maintenance for the home. So your grass in your yard might look great when you've left, but a couple weeks later, it may be out of control with weeds and tall grass. So you're going to want to set up lawn maintenance for your home. And if you have a pool, you're going to want to do the same thing. You might even consider having a cleaning service come in once in a while to make sure everything is ship shape. All right, the 5th one, and this is a big one that people forget or don't even think about, and that is making sure your home is properly insured. You're going to want to call your insurance provider before you leave and let them know that you're going to be selling your home and that it will be vacant. You want to make sure that your insurer can still have a policy for a vacant home. There are some companies that won't do that and some that will. So get this covered before you leave so that you don't have any issues with the insurance. All right, we've talked about some of the mistakes. Now let's talk about a few bonus tips. If you're going to be leaving a home vacant, you might want to talk to your neighbors and have a few extra eyes on the property. Also, oftentimes you can talk to law enforcement and they'll do drive-bys by the home while it's vacant. You may also consider getting timers for your lights and even security system for the home. Nowadays, there's all kinds of things that you can get for a very low price, even if you don't have the monitoring for the home, including cameras. And finally, if you have the ability to do so, you may want to consider leaving some of the furniture behind in the home or even doing a little bit of staging. When the home is vacant, again, every little detail, every little defect is going to show up even more. And by having furniture in the home, it's going to help the buyers get a feel for the home and understand the uses of each room. All right, so now I want to know, what tips do you have for selling a vacant home, and what are some of the biggest mistakes that you see sellers making? Share those in the comments below. Thanks for joining me today, and have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye.